Happy Monday. I'm here recording. This is the third fucking time, y'all. This is the third fucking time. Because I recorded on Thursday for Friday. And then all hell broke loose in Auburn, Alabama. So I was like, wait a minute. Let's try this again. I recorded on Saturday. And then more shit happened. And now here we are again. Because obviously I need to give you the most up-to-date information. Just kidding. I don't have any fucking information. But I can tell you what I think. That's what we're all here for. But before we get into all that fucking bullshit, you can now listen to me on Apple Podcasts, which is so exciting for all of us, I know, because no one really wants to watch YouTube videos. When I say no one, I mean me. I don't watch YouTube videos. I'm very thankful for all of you guys that do. You guys are awesome. But if there's some reason you do not want to watch me, you can listen to me and listen to my wonderful voice and my adorable accent and my, profanity. I know you're excited. I'm excited. We're all excited. Anyways, moving on. We're going to start our normal order. First up is Major League Baseball, and Major League Baseball is still locked out. Because there's never going to be baseball again. Or at least it doesn't feel like it, but we'll see. MLB and MLBPA met on the 1st of February. The meeting was described as heated, which no fucking shit. They were in there like an hour and a half, something like that. MLBPA did say that they were going to drop that bonus pool for the pre-arb guys from 105 million to 100 million. If you guys remember from last time we were here, MLB was at 10 million, so they're still fucking really far apart. So there's that. MLBPA also changed the number of guys who would get that full year of service time. I think it was like top 30 and top 10 in WAR, depending on their position. They changed that to the top 20 and top 7, depending on position. So that's a little concession there. MLB was like, okay, well, we're going to counter offer here in a minute. So just chill. We're going to meet soon. We're going to counter offer. But then they're like, JK, actually not going to do that. Instead, going to ask for the immediate assistance of a federal mediator. They're going to come in and help us talk this out, help us figure this out. Help us get baseball back, because that's what we want to do. They didn't fool fucking anybody. That was a PR stunt from the very beginning. Everybody could see that. Because when MLBPA came back and was like, no thanks, we don't want to use this mediator because we're still waiting on the offer that you said you would bring us, then MLB can turn around and be like, hey guys, I thought you wanted to play baseball. I thought you wanted baseball. Do you not want baseball? That's crazy. Think of the fans. Anyway. So that's a fucking shit show. Pitchers and catchers are supposed to report on Valentine's Day. That's a week from today. That ain't fucking happening. But I've been saying that, so y'all know that. But anyways, it's a fucking shit show, and I really enjoy. Okay, I don't know how to. Let me explain this. I don't want to miss baseball. I don't want to miss games. I don't. However, I'm super into the players digging their heels in and being like, no bitch, you said you were going to negotiate, so we're going to fucking negotiate. We're waiting on that offer. Because the owners still have not figured out that the players, the platform that they have now is like nothing they've ever had before. I mean, just the tweets that were being fired off after the announcement of them deciding that they didn't want to use the mediator or whatever, or saying no thanks, whatever. Like tons and tons and tons of Major League Baseball players were out there like, hey, you said you were going to give us an offer. You didn't give us an offer. Don't pin this shit back on us. We're still waiting on you. We're at the table was their hashtag. And Tyler Matzik put it best. Of course he did. He's the best. But he tweeted something like, it's hard to negotiate a wall even if you had an outlet. Hello? That's like perfect. Also, he's perfect. So there's that. Anyway, so I don't know when we'll see baseball. I have kind of put it aside at the moment. You guys know that. I'm not hopeful that we will see it start on time. As long as I have it by like May, I'm good. Other than that, college baseball, here we come. But before that, the Super Bowl is this Sunday. I'm rooting for the Bengals. because I like Joe Burrow, and my middle school is the Bottomfield Bengals. And it's Bengals, by the way, not I can't even say it like everybody else says it. Bengals? That's fucking weird. Like, it's the Bengals. It's an E. Anyway, so go Joe Burrow, whatever. I don't fucking care. I'm sorry, y'all don't come here for NFL breakdowns. So, moving on. The Hawks. Honey. The fucking Hawks. So we won 7 in a row, and then we lost to the Raptors. Then we played the Suns, who's like the best team in the league, or one of the best teams in the league, and we beat them. And then Trey, well, actually Trey was hurt before then. Trey was hurt the Raptors game, i.e. we lost. He played in the Suns game. We won. I just really don't know what to make of the Hawks. They're doing that thing that the Braves did all season. They can't fucking get above 500. They get close, and it's like, nope, we gotta lose a couple games. So I don't fucking know. I really don't. It's frustrating. Trey had a really bad game. Was it Friday? No. Was it? I don't remember. It was a really rough game. John Collins hurt his shoulder in the game against the Suns. He seems to be fine, whatever, but I don't know what to think of the Hawks. I really don't. They stress me out. That's all I really got for you. I don't know. NHL's All-Star break's going on right now. Roman Josi is a All-Star along with UC Saros because of course they are. They went into the All-Star break with a W against Vancouver. They are second in the Central. They have 60 points. Avalanche is still ahead of them because they're still playing fucking phenomenally. It's very annoying. They have 68 points, so it's not even like they're kind of ahead. They're like ahead. But whatever. There's still time. All-Star break's boring. I'm sorry. Is that fine to say? I don't know. I don't know. Here we are. Whatever. I'm ready for the All-Star break to be over because I would like to watch hockey again. Thank you very much. Also, the Olympics are going on right now. I don't really watch the Olympics. I'm going to be real with y'all. However, I do watch highlights from the Olympics, and snowboarders are so fucking cool. We don't give them enough credit for how cool they are. We really don't. Ice skating, also super cool. Also super cool. The rest of it, I don't really care. But we do not give snowboarders enough credit for how fucking cool they are. Always, year round, 100% of the time. I guess I have to talk about Auburn now. So here we go. National Signing Day, we signed no one. Appears that we stopped recruiting, stopped calling guys, or at least that's what people were saying. We don't know what the fuck is going on down there, to be quite frank. Last Thursday, they started with some bullshit rumors on some dumbass message board about Brian Harsin. And within 24 hours, they went from that dumbass rumor to like what kind of coach he is and what kind of person he is and all this shit. And I can't make a like decision on what side I'm on until we know all the shit. Because right now we don't, for sure. There have been some allegations of like verbal abuse, which is not good and not something that I'm okay with. However, I need to know, like, I need to understand that better because, like, I heard those allegations out there, but I've seen no proof or even heard any examples of, like, what that could be. I heard players talking about, like, former players talking about how, like, he's not a super nice guy. He's not super friendly. He's very football centric and he's not going to, like, ask you how your day is or how your parents are or how your kid is. And I get that can rub some people the wrong way, but that doesn't really qualify as verbally abusive, in my opinion, in most people's opinion. But maybe we just don't have the information about the verbally abusive stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I can't put a decision out there on that until I understand a little bit more. But shit was fucking ridiculous. We had that IG Live lap. Was that Friday, I think? I think that was Friday. It was like Kobe, Lee Hunter, Zacoby, Smoke Monday, all getting on there talking about like how great Gus Malzahn was. Like they loved him. But like Brian Harsin was just not a nice guy, and he wasn't a people person, and like Smoke had an issue with the fact that like he had never had a conversation with his mom and dad, and I get that. I get that that might not be what you as a football player would want out of your coach, especially going from Gus Malzahn, who was that guy. He was that guy. We know that from what the players have said and the fact that there have been so many guys leave Auburn and follow Gus to UCF. That's that. He's that kind of coach. So I understand that Brian might not be that kind of coach, but there's a lot of coaches that aren't that kind of coach. There's a lot of coaches that are assholes. I don't really give a shit if my coach is an asshole and doesn't ask you how your day is going or how your mama is. I just don't. I need him to win some football games. Although Brian Harsin didn't win a lot of football games this year. I mean, there was a time on this stupid ass podcast that I said that Auburn had the chance to win out and then we lost 5 games in a row to end the season. So, that's not super fun either. I don't fucking know what's going on. The school came out today with like a statement saying that they're looking into stuff, but we don't even know what they're looking into. Brian's in fucking Mexico or wherever on vacation at Sandals drinking his pina colada, and they asked him, they were like, "Can you come back?" And he was like, "Hell no, I'm on vacation," which I kind of respect. There's rumors that the boosters are all behind this because they don't like Harsin and he wasn't their guy and they wanted Kevin Steele. And I swear to God, if we do all this, if we fired Gus Malzahn, avoided hiring Kevin Steele, despite the fact that the boosters wanted to hire Kevin Steele, to hire Brian Harsin, to give him a year, to then fire Brian Harsin and hire fucking Kevin Steele, I will never watch another Auburn football game. I will never watch another one. Mark my words. I'm done. I'm out. That's it. The end. Honestly, the really like sleazy, gross part of this is like if all this stuff is being churned up by the boosters just because they don't like Harsin, and then the fact that he did go 6-7 on the year gives him a little ammunition. Plus, now that all of this stuff's swirling around, that gives him a little more ammunition to go ahead and get rid of him. But you can't we just paid Gus like $21 million to go away, okay? I think Harsin's buyout's like 18. You can't pay 18 million after just paying 21 million. And not only that, you can't set the precedent of only giving a guy a year to figure it out. Nobody's gonna want that fucking job. Like, you already have to, when you're coming to Auburn, you're already agreeing to come to a school that is within 90 minutes of, or whatever, maybe not quite 90 minutes. I don't know how long it takes to get to Athens. It's been a long while since I've driven from Auburn to there. It doesn't fucking matter. You're sitting in between the 2021 national champion over in Athens and the 2020 national champion over in fucking Tuscaloosa. And you have to recruit in that shit. First of all, you have to come here to do that. And now you're going to set an expectation that you can't fuck up that first year because we're going to just fire you. Now, that's saying if all this other shit isn't true. If all this other shit isn't true, then the record combined with that, it becomes less important. It's a whole big thing. Whatever. But if we're just talking about performance-based stuff here, that's a dangerous precedent to set. Because that's going to make this job extremely unattractive. Especially for, like, coaches out there who have heard things about the Auburn boosters. Like, fuck. Y'all, we are our own worst enemy right now. And it's kind of insane. Who the fuck's gonna coach? Answer me that. Who the fuck's gonna coach? Don't tell me Hugh Freeze. Don't say Hugh Freeze and don't say Kevin Steele. I'll just wait for you to let me know. So I don't know. Anyways, whatever. That's neither here nor there. That's enough about football. We don't really know shit, but we know a lot of shit could be true, but we don't know that any shit is true. And he might come back from vacation with a job and he might not. Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? But it's basketball season. So, on to basketball. We beat Oklahoma and Alabama last week. We hung 100 on Alabama in the jungle. It was fucking awesome. That game we were in control the entire time. The difference maker was okay. When we played Alabama and Tuscaloosa a few weeks ago, Walker Kessler fouled out in like 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. Okay, he played in this game. He was able to play this entire game. Baby, he was a menace. He was a menace. And him being in this game was part of the difference maker. Um, Katie Johnson, per usual, was insane. I cannot talk enough about how fucking awesome Wendell Green is. We played UGA on Saturday and barely beat them. Barely beat them. However, you know what? An ugly dub is still a dub. You can't win them all by 20, although I wish that you could. Jasper was out of the game on Saturday, and it kind of shows what a big difference he makes on our team. Like, even the guys talking about the game after the game, saying him not being there, like, maybe he doesn't score like a fuck ton of points every game, like, we get that, but just his presence on the floor, his presence in the game made everybody felt him not being there. He does have COVID. He just wasn't feeling well. I saw somewhere like maybe it was strep. I don't know. We don't know if he's going to be good to go for Arkansas tomorrow or not. Fingers fucking crossed that he is, because he has made him not being in that game against UGA made a huge difference. Made a gigantic difference. If he's there, I don't think that game's close. I mean, maybe it's close, but I don't think it's 74-72 final bucket in the last minute kind of close. Like, I don't think it's that crazy. But I don't know. We'll see. Speaking of tomorrow, so tomorrow we play Arkansas. Auburn's won 19 in a row. Arkansas has won 9 in a row. We are going to Arkansas. This is ripe setting for an upset, because we have not been played. We've been ranked number 1 3 weeks in a row, or this is the 3rd week. And our gameplay the last 2 weeks has been a little hit or miss, because we struggled against Missouri right after getting that ranking a couple of weeks ago. We played great against Oklahoma. We played great against Alabama. We struggled against Georgia. So I don't know what's going to happen. I think tomorrow's outcome is going to hinge a lot on whether or not we see Jasper in the lineup, if he's feeling better. Hopefully he is, because we need him. But also, hopefully, those 2 like near misses, especially the one against Georgia on Saturday, because that really was close. I mean, we're talking down to the absolute wire. Hopefully, that kind of lights a fire under the guys, and we go over to Arkansas and whip their ass. To be quite honest with you, honey, that's all I want. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. Baseball starts very, very soon. Starts next week. Auburn plays in Arlington next weekend. And I can't wait. I'm so excited for college baseball, you guys. I have some very fun stuff coming up. I am going to take full advantage of there being no Major League Baseball to make all of you fall in love with college baseball, because it's a fantastic game, and the kids are fun, and it's cheap, and it's easily accessible. And I know people talk about not being able to watch games, but a lot of these games are on the ESPN app. Like, a fucking ton of these games are on the ESPN app. So you're gonna be able to watch games. Don't worry about that. We got you. I'm so excited for college baseball season, you guys. I can't really even explain it to you. I'm very excited. Anyways, moving on, other stuff. Music. There's not been a lot of good music. Oh, okay. So there's not been a lot of good music come out. We're waiting on a lot of stuff right now. However, I've been listening to a bunch of Jack Curley and Patrick Drowney and a bunch of folks like that. But that's not important. That's not what I got excited about. What I got excited about is on Friday, on my release radar, there was Mr. Greatest Rapper Alive, Weezy F Baby, Lil Wayne himself. And I was very pumped, because y'all don't understand the obsession, the chokehold that he had on my life from like 2007 to 2000, probably like 10. I went to see him in concert. It was fucking phenomenal. I was in college in like the height of his popularity. And you can't change my mind on the fact that I don't even care. Y'all can come for me for this, but I don't even care. But there was a moment, like 2 or 3 years, I think, I want to say it was like 8 to 10, 2008, 2010. I feel like, I don't know, all that shit's kind of blurry, especially during that time of my life. But there was a time where Lil Wayne was literally on he had a feature on like every song on the radio. Like every fucking song. He was on it. It was insane. He absolutely, that fucking big lighter flick was on every song, y'all. And he absolutely run the world as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, he had music on my release radar, and I was very excited. Very excited. Um, Also, the jump from Lil Wayne to Jack Hurley. If you don't know who Jack Hurley is, go listen to him. It's very wide. It's a very big jump. It's a very, very, very large jump. But that's okay. Things I'm obsessed with right now: college baseball. That's it. Honestly, I'm behind on my college baseball player countdown. So I was like eyeball deep in college baseball players all day today. And I got down into like D2 and D3 schools, and fucking, there's so much talent. There's so much talent. Um, I'm just so unbelievably excited. I've said that like 14 times. The word excited is probably losing a little bit of its luster at this moment, but I don't really know what else to say. I'm so fucking pumped. I cannot wait until college baseball season starts. We have 1 week. We have 1 week. It starts next week. It starts next week. It starts next week. I'm very excited. I got some stuff coming. Anyways, until then, be nice to yourself. Be nice to each other. The Braves are World Series champions. If baseball never comes back, we reign forever. Happy Monday.